of your hair, and you hadn't told me that you were going to exactly do what you did.
So so we hadn't really even had a chance to talk about it. The first thing you saw was the dye color.
Yeah, and I thought that you were posting an old photo. Like, I didn't know what was happening.
You're like...
I was like, yeah, okay. And then you're, because I was with your mom, right? Your mom must have known what was happening. Did your mom know that?
No, nobody knew.
Nobody knew. It was a big grand surprise.
It wasn't a big grand surprise. I had already said it was going to happen, and Deidre and I had already talked about it the week before. So, anyways, it's what happened.
It looks great.
I like it. I'm enjoying it quite a lot. Get a lot of compliments on it, and people are seeing it in person for the first time when they
rainbow.
see. Right. So this last week's episode 48.
Right.
Was it was interesting because during the making of the episode, it just seemed like it was going to be a really floppy, like I was like, this is no good, and he was like, it's good, and I was like, oh, but we get to talk about Noah. So there was a whole Noah's Ark thing.
You have the luxury that I have on my other podcast where another guy is the producer, the editor. I walk away and then it comes out. You walk away, and then you don't really know what it's going to be until I say, you want to listen to this?
Right.
And you didn't think it was going to be good?
Well, the whole time during the podcast, I was like, this is terrible. I'm not doing good. I don't know why I can't hold on to that thought. I don't know. I don't want to do this. And at the end, I was like, I even thought to myself, I called you up the next day, and I was like, I think we need to delete the whole thing. Like, just
I woke up this morning and I didn't know what we had even accomplished. So if you think that we should delete the whole episode and start over, I guess I'd be game. You know I hate doing that because we had to do that one time because it was just a technical thing and we had to just start
my
over.
God.
That was like episode 3 or 4 where we really didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah. Well, Noah's Ark is funny, and you can't. And when it came down to it, I was like, you can't do a Noah's Ark accidental table topics without being hilarious because Noah's Ark's funny. I mean, there's so many easy bits to do with Noah's Ark.
Well, you were talking about how
happens.
You were talking about how we might scrap the whole episode. You didn't even like the Noah's Ark part?
I liked the Noah's Ark part always, or at least I thought I did.
Well, you told me.
Then, of course, we talked about the intermittent fasting.
No, you told me in the Noah's Ark part, and then you say it on the show. Because I'm more cognizant, I don't even know if it's more cognizant than you about offending people about the Bible. And I guess it's because of my upbringing.
I don't
so
see
I was
offensive.
saying, look, we might be really offending some folks that really.
No, and I don't poo-poo in my party. I was having a fun Noah's Ark jokey time. So don't poo-poo my party.
I thought you were going
we'll
backstage
talk about
and
it in
being
another
honest.
We'll talk about it in another one. We talked about intermittent fasting too.
Well, I think when we look back on this episode, it'll be called episode 48, the intermittent fasting episode, because we spent so much time on it.
Yeah, and there's been a few questions about that already, and so people are talking about that part of the episode.
People seem to be
interested in that
concept.
That
part of the episode specifically, because we say that it's working real well for us.
Yeah, and it's helping with our household budget. And listen, you need to listen to it, episode 48, because 49 is coming out on Monday.
Yeah.
Monday morning, super early. You're editing it right now. How's it going?
Episode 49 is going to be fantastic. I liked the idea. We had a couple of a married couple a friend of ours came over today. They had to deliver something, and we did a little social distance hello in the backyard.
Hello, yep. We did a little gardening talk. Well, we talked gardening.
So there's a story
surprise.
in the episode that comes out this Monday, episode 49, about friends.
Sharing food
and soup.
Yes, and we talked about so they brought by, I guess, a couple weeks before. No? Okay, we're not telling the story. Well, I'll just give you a little sneak peek. If you listen to 48, we talk about one of the soups. You make it, and then we talk about it again. A friend delivered some to us. That's what it is.
Yeah, I know, but you can't give it away for free.
The one thing that we haven't gotten a chance to talk too much about is, or maybe we did, I don't actually remember, Maine. Did we talk about Maine?
It says on the cue card.
talk about Maine.
Yeah, and we talk about Maine.
I love Maine. I am a maniac, a summer maniac. This is the first summer that I haven't been there myself or been there through photos because my mom is there or family is up there, because I love Maine and we have a lot of friends from Maine, and we should talk about Maine because it says so on the cue card.
What's the next thing it says?
I think it says we're supposed to talk about leftovers.
Oh, that's my cue. Well, listen, the chicken door is open and I need to go close it. So it was I enjoyed the table tonight.
In the meantime, enjoy my fire red fluff. I'm fluffing, vamping. La 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 la.